All right. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Um, you already know it's Malik M official, yada yada yada. That stuff. You've seen that 1,000 of times already. But this is not an acting video. This is basically a video to share with you guys, like, an idea that I had in my head that I didn't want it to stay in my head. I wanted to actually share with you what I am visioning in my head. And I was going to make a trailer for it, but seeing the fact that I've been procrastinating and been lazy on it, that's kind of why I haven't really released any videos on my YouTube channel in a while, because I've been planning on making that. But I see that my laziness is going very far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you what I have in my head. I'm going to tell you what the idea that I have. So basically, the idea that I had was a film, well, a trailer of a film, basic about a fictional serial killer named Kinley Foster. Wow. Okay, so before the trailer, Kinley Foster, the infamous serial killer, killed himself. He offed himself. And so now the trailer begins as this. I basically tell everybody that Kinley Foster is not dead. And it's basically like one of those type of things that's like he's dead, like it's all over the news, da 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 da. They saw his corpse type of thing. And I'm basically a reporter saying that, hey, you guys, Kinley Foster isn't dead. Don't believe it. And basically in the trailer, I basically tell you how and why he is still alive. Okay, so throughout the trailer, I'm basically sharing with you this information about how he's alive. Basically, he's still alive because Kinley Foster, he not only killed, but he had a hobby. He had a hobby of creating masks, but he called it his faces. And people always just thought that like it was just like a serial killer thing, to make a mask, and he kills people with the mask just to, conceal his face and stuff like that. But no, there's actually a bigger idea to it that we figure out in the film, that we learn in the film and in the trailer. Okay, so basically the point of his masks was that, the point of his mask was that the day of his death, the day of his off day, his suicide day, his soul will not just go into the air, but instead his soul will go directly into his masks. And when he designed his masks, he placed them in specific locations. He made like 50 masks, let's just say that. He made like 50 masks, and he put each 50 masks inside specific locations just so that random individuals can find them. And as what I told you, he put his soul inside of the masks. So basically what happens is anybody who stumbles upon his masks and get curious and actually, want to wear it for fun, when they put it on, like this is all going to be like in the trailer and stuff like that. So just kind of picture it if you can. So they put it on, and in like about 5 to 10 seconds, their bodies collapse. And in about 30 or more seconds, their body awakens. But it's not that person who put on the mask. It's actually Kinley Foster himself. I don't know if you're having trouble picturing it. Okay, so basically, I'm pretty sure you can already picture it. So what I'm saying is that an infamous serial killer kills himself to go inside of a mask so that whenever someone wears it, they become Kinley Foster. So you can kind of imagine he made 50 masks, and he put each of those 50 masks all over the place. And you could picture that 50 people puts on his mask, and guess what? You have 50 Kinley Fosters. So yeah, just let that marinate. And throughout the film, it's basically going to be the protagonist going out and finding and destroying each and every one of Kinley Foster's masks. And I wanted to turn into like kind of like a sci-fi thing going on, because like a little like a mindscape type thing going on, because I want to show the perception of the victim. I want to show what the victim sees when he puts on the mask. So it's not just like, someone collapsing and then he comes back trying to kill you and stuff like that. No, I want to actually show you behind this, like behind the scenes, basically, about what they're going through. And so basically, I'm just going to tell you what's happening. So basically, when someone puts on the mask, they enter this empty room, and they're sitting at a table, and in front of the table is Kinley Foster himself. And they're all scared and shaken up, because it's a serial killer. They're standing right in front of a serial killer. They're sitting right in front of a serial killer. But this time Kinley Foster is not there to kill them, but instead just to tap into their mind, like they're just having a conversation. And so yeah, like the whole time they're basically having a conversation. So basically the victim has no idea what he's doing until until they take off the mask, or until the mask is destroyed. That's when the victim will come back to his normal self. But until that mask is destroyed, that victim will continue to impersonate Kinley Foster. And so yeah, that's the main story, like that's the main role throughout the thing, is eliminating Kinley Foster's mask. But you got to also think about it as well. You're not just eliminating the mask, you're eliminating Kinley Foster. So every time he eliminates a mask, he basically has to duel with Kinley Foster. He had like a whole mind games with Kinley Foster, because he's not exactly alive, but it is like a sci-fi thing going on. So basically they kind of like have a duel of the minds type of thing. But that's how you basically go about killing him and stuff like that. And I have like little art pieces, well, not art pieces, but like little drawings, well, not drawing, but printed images of what I see him as, type of thing. So I wanted to like show that in the trailer, but I've waited too long. And I do have masks of my own, like me, myself, Malik. I do actually make masks, and that's the main reason why I wanted to make this film, was because I wanted to make a film basically showing off my mask, like basically giving light to my creations. So that's why I designed up this. And this is actually one of the masks that I created, which should be in the film. Yeah, this is one of his masks. You put it on, you impersonate Kinley Foster himself. And yeah, that's basically the film. And yes, and also I'm thinking about making that the second one, like the second film. That's also why I haven't released it yet, because this is actually a sequel to it, because I want the first one to be about Kinley Foster when he was alive. So you kind of get like, a feeling of who we're dealing with. And you like, so yeah, basically like in the first one, he's alive, you see him do all of his killing and his sinister acts and stuff like that. And then the second one, basically it's his return, but as a ghost, as a possessioner, stuff like that. So that's kind of my focus, that's kind of my drive, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So I wanted to bring it out there into the world of YouTube, I guess, just so it won't, stay in my head. I wanted to actually tell you guys this. And like also because like the quote that says, I think I actually forgot it. The richest place in the world is the graveyard, because in the graveyard there are They're inventions that have not been invented yet. There are ideas that have not been spoken upon yet. And so that's why I don't want to take this to my grave. I want to bring it out and, basically. So yeah, that's what this video was about, to share with you that idea, and hopefully that I can make this trailer or something in that area. So yeah, I don't know how to end YouTube videos, so I'm gonna click a button.